recording. Oh, okay. Well, that was a bad way to start it.
Get that on recording, bud?
Yep, I got that water good. Oh.
Wow!
Anyways, hello everyone. It's been a while, hasn't it? Uh, so by the way, let's go ahead. We don't need cardboard cutout Willie anymore. Yeah. He will. I'm sure he will have his use later, but for now we do not need him.
Willie takes the cardboard cutout and puts it inside his hat. How it fits, you have no idea.
Well, it's foldable. You just fold it.
Hammer space is actually canon, so
Yep. Well, at least to a reasonable degree, yes. But yeah, where we last left off, you all are about to approach the Tower of Truxagor, the wizard who your informant told you might be able to do the plane shift spell to get you into Avernus. You all just arrived there on griffins. So that was a first-time experience for most of you. Puddles bravely insisted that she ride the griffin saddle on her own, which she did.
And she didn't die.
And she was not eaten.
Oh!
So, that's good. So, to go ahead and start us off, now that the group has finally approached the door. One level down, you see a cluttered... so let's see, when you go... You dismount, and you see the stairs descending down into Truxagor's tower. So I assume that all of you have already just started descending down the steps.
no way. Olga's taking a look at the view.
So Olga, as you look out, you do see the wide expanse of Candlekeep. Or at least since you are a good couple of miles outside of the perimeter of Candlekeep, you do get a very nice looking vista. You get a nice vista of the place.
Wow, you could see an army coming for miles.
Willie's peeking over there too, just like, huh. You know what? He's looking out at like the view and it's just like, it's funny, we're just there, but I feel like it all just went by in a blur for me.
Oh, that's weird. You doing okay?
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, I think I'm fine. Maybe I'm a little tired.
She gives him a pat on the head.
Aww.
Squeak, squeak. Literally
He's like,
squeak.
gosh, thank you.
I guess we'll descend into a dingy fucking tower instead of looking at this beautiful view any longer.
Yeah.
Okay. Does Puddles have anything to add?
No, she's too sleepy.
She's too sleepy.
I'm too sleepy.
You're too sleepy. Aw. Alright.
Sleepy baby.
Put Puddles in the baby Bjorn on Enzo's back.
She's had enough adventures riding on a griffin. She'll just take a nap.
Yeah. Alright. So, as you descend one level down, you see a cluttered chamber illuminated by various objects upon which the continual flame spells have been cast. Scurried around the room, and at first, you don't really recognize it at first. You can't believe, you think that's what, you assume that's what the shadow is, but it seems so stupid that you don't believe that that's what the shadow is at first. until you see a tiny otter dressed in a tiny red cassock. The otter mumbles to itself in what sounds like common, mentioning something about a tuning fork. Suddenly, it takes notice of all of you and stands upright. Oh, Lulu, wake up! Our guests have arrived! At the sound of her name, a small elephant with golden fur appears from under a pile of blankets, near a table strewn with alchemical equipment. The elephant takes to the air on feathery wings and lets out a pleasing little trumpet noise.
Oh no!
Here, and let me just get pictures of both of them. Because
I
let's
want
see.
to change my player. It has to be a little elephant now.
Oliphant?
Little elephant.
So let me get the Oliphant. In fact, Puddles, you would recognize what it is immediately, since it is a celestial creature, but it's a Holophant.
It's adorable.
Oh,
It has
that's so
little
cute.
feet.
It's a baby.
And as for the otter, I did not get a chance to color this boy, but just imagine him as just a brown otter with basically red everything and a brown stick.
Aw,
A friend.
what a pair.
Ooh, yeah. And so you see Troxigor just sort of motion to the rest of you, just to sort of, come in. Okay. I certainly hope that the ride over here didn't ruffle too many of you. I know it's a bit rough.
Oh no, the ride passed by in a blink of an eye for me.
Oh yeah, sometimes it can do that. Sometimes it can do that. But the view is in fact worth it. Wouldn't you say, Lulu? Well, to be fair, I haven't really been out of this tower for too much, so I wouldn't really know. And you notice that as she speaks, her mouth isn't. She doesn't really have a mouth really to move. She's just sort of projecting that sound out of it. I mean, she ain't using her mouth. She ain't really using her mouth to speak, but she is clearly speaking to all of you.
Is she using her trunk?
Nope. You would guess telepathy.
Damn.
Wait, actually, I'm wearing the mind shield ring.
At fir- yeah.
Oh,
You can just sort of loosen it if you want. You can just sort of.
I think like Enzo would have it loosened for loosened, quote unquote, like for friends or for like the party, but for strangers, he's probably wearing the ring.
He has no
Lulu's-
idea that she's talking right now.
Yeah.
But Lulu, you can kind of see that she takes her trunk and she's sort of tapping what would be her chin, sort of a little bit, noticing that you don't seem to be responding too much to her. She says, and she sort of asks, do many of you speak Celestial?
wait, I think. Hang on.
She sort of shrugs his.
And just watching, like he just thought the otter was talking to his pet. Like, yeah, that's cute. We love to baby
Damn it.
talk our pets.
I do
He's
not
like-
speak Celestial.
And Puddles is shaking her head.
Oh. Well, that's okay. 3 out of 4. 3 out of 4 ain't bad.
What do they mean? 3 out of 4.
Olga shruggeth.
Right. Well, I do have the necessary components to go ahead and do the ritual, but I do have one request for the four of you, if you would not mind.
Make your request.
Well, I would request that you bring little Lulu here along with you.
Get a pet elephant.
And so kind of like
happy.
tilts his head. You'd like us to bring your pet elephant?
So you said that Puddles would know about this race?
Yes, you would know, specifically you, Puddles, you would know that is a Holophant. Holophants are a type of celestial.
Would I know if she'd be useful on this?
Yes, you would, considering you know for a fact that's a very small Holophant. You know how big Holophants can be. Like a full-grown Holophant? Or like a Holophant that's fully big. They are the size of mammoths, with like giant eagle wings.
So this is a baby?
Or one that has been severely reduced in size. In fact, it's kind of weird that you see a Holophant this small.
So Puddles is actually also
Holophants are
concerned
usually
then.
huge.
She's also concerned then. She's like, do you think she'd be okay?
Oh, you don't need to worry about me. I'm fuzzy on a lot of things. I don't really remember much, but I do know that I can spellcast. I have some spellcasting abilities, I think. I don't know, there's a lot in me that's a little fuzzy. I know Avernus is very important and that I need to be there.
Oh.
I can't explain it.
So you need to be there.
Yes.
She looks to the others.
Okay, at this point, I'm pretty sure it's clear that we are interacting with the elephant.
Yeah,
And
it's
so,
just
your thoughts.
Enzo's like, why is he gonna make us take an elephant? He's just kind of thinking that, and then Puddles asks a fucking normal question, and then she looks at the elephant, and then she seems to say something to the elephant about you need to be there, and he's like, what?
Oh.
He's like looking between everyone, like, am I being left out? What's happening?
You're not in the cool kids club anymore, Enzo. The punches are, you
Willie,
think
Willie is biting back a laugh. Willie is literally like.
He looks at Willie, and if he sees Willie is like laughing, he squints again.
And eventually, does Enzo rub his two brain cells together and finally get it?
He doesn't read anyone's fucking mind to know that
Maybe he can roll for it.
Using telepathy, but he does ask, like,
okay.
I feel as if I'm missing a part of the conversation here.
Roll an insight check.
Oh yeah, you are. You are.
And Puddles is like slowly being like, wait.
He doesn't fucking expect the elephant to be a telepath!
Okay, so
Puddles
do y'all,
is like,
do y'all just basically just tell him?
Well, Puddles is like, can you not hear her?
I rolled a 4 plus something.
Okay.
4
So
plus 5, I rolled a 9.
Well, Puddles asked if he can.
Okay,
if
y'all.
he can
Okay,
hear
so
her.
Enzo with that sort of roll just thinks that he's getting pranked on.
He looks at Puddles, who he knows would never fucking prank him because she's a wonderful goddamn angel. And he says, no, I'm hearing nothing.
And Puddles pokes her head. She's telepathic.
Okay, now I understand. And he does whatever the fuck he's gotta do.
Willie
like, let
bursts
her
out laughing.
He huffs a little. Pardon me for not assuming the elephant could speak into our minds.
Oh,
Yeah,
that's-
wait, why didn't you just say so we could let him know?
Oh,
Gosh.
you know.
oh, don't worry, son. You have one of those mind shielding rings. Oh, don't worry, I have one of those too. I call it my mute button. It's a very mean thing. Well, sometimes you end up being a little too chatty sometimes.
Willie,
I have to
Willie's
ask.
gonna Willie. No, I'll let her go first. Ask.
Go on.
Oh, I have to ask. I have to understand. So she knows about these guys. How do they like to be pet? Like, can she pat her and it's so not offensive to this species?
It depends on the individual Holophant. You would have to ask. You know,
Yeah,
Holophants
just ask permission.
Holophants do tend to prefer that you ask,
Okay.
from what you remember, but Holophants, you know that a Holophant, even if you didn't ask and you pet them, they won't outright bite you.
Okay.
They'll
so
just get huffy until you know. That's the worst that they will do.
Also, how close is she to Puddles?
You're pretty close.
So she gives her like a gesture of a pat on the shoulder, but doesn't touch her. Like a comforting pat.
And Lulu, as she's sort of hovering a little bit above you, she's just sort of like... She looks down and sort of tilts her head. She's a little confused at first.
So she's like, yeah, that does sound like a mean thing to do. To have a mute.
Oh! Yeah. Well, sometimes he gets busy, and he doesn't want to be disturbed. So, I understand.
Well, you're gonna have plenty of ears to hear you talking them off down in Avernus, aren't you? And I think none of us would have any problem with that. And he like, I want him to go up next to Puddle so that he can like offer his hand and then realize that Lulu cannot shake his hand and be like,
Lulu just kind of extends
well, you
her
get the
trunk.
gesture.
Well, Lulu extends her trunk and sort of uses that as her
Oh.
hand.
So cute.
Like, Lulu's
Willie doesn't shake her trunk. Willie lifts her trunk up to give it like a kiss as if he was kissing like a hand, like a gentleman. Like, it's an honor to meet you, Lulu. What a lovely lady you are.
Oh! Thank you. And you see,
He's too charming for his own good.
if a celestial elephant could blush, she probably would be doing it right now. But I
Aw.
don't really understand if a celestial elephant would have that to do that with.
She has fur. It's hidden anyway.
It's hidden anyway. And plus,
Yeah.
Or
elephants.
feathers.
But she looks pleased, and that's enough for Willie.
Well, looks like you've made quite a few little friends there, Lulu, haven't you? It's great. It's great to have good introductions. But, let's see. I can give you a little... It'll take me a moment maybe to prepare, so I'll give you a little bit of talking room before we begin. So, I'll be out in the ritual chamber whilst I begin. Or whilst I prepare. You all can just wait here. Take a drink, maybe a rest, whatever you fancy.
Quick question.
Hmm?
That one lady from that night came from the other town. Like, is she with us?
Nope. She said she couldn't leave her study.
What?
Well,
Wait,
she
which-
says that, but she just kind of seemed she was too busy.
Which lady?
The tiefling
What?
lady.
No, not the tiefling.
Oh, Raya.
No,
Raya?
yeah, her.
Has Raya been with you?
She was with us in
Oh,
like with the mom, and then we did kind of speed past all our NPCs leaving.
Yeah. I mean, okay. I guess this is the big crux of the thing that I should ask. Because I know I kind of did basically kind of ignore her to kind of speed past. So, and I'm going to make this a decision for all of you. Now, in the book, it's perfectly fine if you all want to be without her. I would like to imagine y'all are kind of high enough level that you don't necessarily need the dedicated tank, but the book does account for her following with you. So
I am the tank.
So if you want to have Raya with you, I can just say Raya has been basically dutifully silent up until this point.
We have a tank. It's Olga. I don't know about anybody else.
Hello.
I'd kind of prefer no, just because, like, at this point, like, from a story perspective, it just feels like we'd be dragging an extra body around that we're not necessarily interested in. Like, the extra help in a fight is great, but, like, then we're just kind of, like, not treating her like a character,
Right,
you
we
know?
didn't really bond to her. We didn't interact with her a lot.
Yeah, I see. That's actually why I even asked. I was like, it felt a little bit like her story wasn't fulfilled very well. But like, yeah, I'm the same. I would prefer not having, like, just game mechanic wise, I would prefer not. But yeah,
I mean, admittedly, in the book, the way they present Raya, she does literally kind of come out of nowhere, and at least with the way I accidentally kind of structured and considering how many NPCs you all ended up kind of herding along with you, she kind of got lost in the shuffle. But luckily, the book kind of accounts for the fact that you might not pick up Raya or you might abandon Raya. So,
is Lulu part of the book?
Lulu is absolutely part of the book. Okay. Lulu is meant to be where she is meant to be at this point. So, y'all, I'm kind of being above board and talking meta talk, but
she's so
above board. Yes, if you want to bring Lulu, you can bring Lulu.
Everything in me wants Lulu.
Lulu is very cute and relevant currently, so if we need to bring her, sure.
She said
Yep.
she needed to go.
No.
She can round out, because I mean, I wasn't here for the last session, so if we got rid of him, let me know, but if we still have the shield, then we could have one, like, infernal being and then one celestial being on our team when we go into Avernus.
Yeah.
He's basically been attached to Olga. Like, she's basically just been kind of carrying him around like a shield.
Yeah.
So, and like, she intends to use him too, because it's like, yeah, free shield.
Okay, we done talking above board now? Okay. So,
Yeah.
So back into scene. Okay, so as Troxagor goes into the other room to prepare his spells, or to prepare the spell, Olga, you do start to notice that the shield, the Gargunth shield, starts to shake a little bit as the eyes on the shield.
He can move?
Well, it shakes. Like, it can't really move, but you can kind of feel a vibration kind of coming from it as if it's trying to move.
Ew.
But it's like, you can kind of see the eyes on the shield kind of look up at Lulu. And although it can't really express it, you do kind of get the emotional gist that it's kind of a little bit looking at Lulu in disgust.
Well, Olga will continue ignoring him for now.
Lulu, meanwhile, in response, sort of looks down at the shield, if it's visible. Or at least wherever the feeling's coming from, as if she's kind of being judged, and sort of just tilt her head a little bit. That's a funny feeling. Huh. Oh, but, and she turns back and, pays attention to the rest of you, as she sort of just bows her head and just, but thank you again for bringing me along. I promise that I'll be as useful as I can to all of you. Thank you.
It's no problem at all.
Yeah, you're welcome. Although I do have one question or favor to ask.
Oh, sure.
Can I pet you?
Well, since you did ask, sure. That is the
He's gonna
first.
start petting her.
Oh, that is nice. But that is the first rule of Holophants. We do enjoy it, but we do prefer that you ask.
Hey, I'm the same way.
Wait,
He's not
you
even
don't
kidding.
get-
He's a dog. He likes getting pet.
Oh, Olga looks a little surprised, like, "Oh, I'm sorry, I didn't ask. I just realized I've been doing that. I'll admit, it's because I do it to my kids a lot, and it's one of those
Oh no,
habits
you're
you have a hard
fine.
time dropping.
You're fine.
I patted my mother on the head once like that, and she looked so surprised.
You have a little bit of a light in you. You have the same little light as a mother would have. It's not surprising to me.
She looks proud. Kind of holds herself more up, like, yes, good, I have a light.
In fact, I can sense that most of you are good deep down. Some of you have a little bit of the muddiness in your souls, but that just kind of comes with living.
Some of the what?
That just, she says that you have a little bit of muddiness in your souls.
Muddiness.
But that just sort of comes with living.
That's a nice way to look at it.
Well, I'd like to think that deep down, everyone has the chance to be good. Everyone has the opportunity to change for the better. And that's kind of why I'm wanting to follow with the rest of you. I have a friend in Avernus, I think. Oh, but she's hurt. She's hurt and she needs my help. I don't know who she is, but it's very important that I find her.
You don't know who she is, but you know she's hurt and she's in hell?
I know it sounds rather silly when I say it out loud. But it's a feeling. If that's as best as I can describe it. I see a lot of flashing images. I know that I was in a horrible cage for the longest time. I was in a horrible cage with a lot of poking and red, and next thing I know, it's kind of fuzzy from that point, and next thing I know, I was in the forest just outside the town, sort of raining and everything, and that's when Troxicor found me and cleaned me up. I think it's coming back to me just a little bit, gradually.
God, Willie looks so, like, heartbroken by those descriptions, because where he's from didn't have that kind of, like, attraction, but he was part of a traveling group. They'd see other ones with, well, essentially what one might call a freak show or animal taming. And it's never nice. He's seen and been unable to help kind of like caged beings, and it does make him feel a little sick. At the very least, that's what the memory she describes conjures up in his head.
Yep. Yeah. So, you see her sort of frustrated, but, for a moment sort of thinking back. Almost as if what she just kind of described was, it was pretty hurtful. But, she sort of shakes her head and sort of perks up just a little bit. Like she's, she just sort of perked herself up back a little bit. Chin up and just sort of like, but I suppose whatever that was, that has passed. It has passed, and I need to keep moving forward for my friend's sake.
Oh, Willie's gonna get emotionally attached fast. The whole not looking at the past and looking at the future thing is kind of a thing that he's trying to do, so he gets that. He just keeps petting her. He doesn't really say anything. He doesn't say anything, but he's the kind of guy who you can tell what he's thinking by the facial expressions he makes, you know? Like he does not have a good poker face in most situations, at least. So you know, it's a very yeah, it's a very visible canvas of emotions as she's talking, from like mentions of the cage to making him look like genuinely like disgusted and sad, and then like something akin to almost like melancholic or bittersweet when she says, you know, I've got to keep moving forward.
Aw. So, as you think that, and as Lulu perks up, you do hear a scurrying back, and then it's just, all right. And as he just sort of cups his hand of like what seems to be like chalk dust, he sort of is just clapping his hands together as he looks to the rest of you and is just sort of like, all right, okay, look, I'm done with the preparations whenever all of you are ready. Now, just to warn you, it's a little bit of a doozy to shift to a plane, so I would advise you, maybe if you ate anything, I don't know, maybe we should wait 30 minutes. Maybe. I know for some it can be that kind of a doozy. But
Olga wants to interrupt him. She's like, the last 30 minutes we were on Griffins.
Oh, I'm sorry, what was that? What did you say?
She interrupts him and she goes, within the last 30 minutes we were on Griffins.
Oh, right. Good. That is absolutely correct. All right. Okay, good. So, let's get a move on to that circle then. Lulu, you all good and ready?
Willie's gonna raise his hand a bit. No, Willie's gonna raise his hand a bit because he's like,
yes.
Actually, I don't know. Can we maybe take like that 30 minutes, maybe like an hour? He's gonna look at Puddles, who seems to be visibly like passing the fuck out.
Oh, I see. Oosh. I bet this is the highest altitude this grung has ever been, hasn't she? She's got a little bit of that altitude sickness. Sorry, little fella. Did not. You just sort of knocked out, huh? Well, let's see. I do have a little bit of water that might be able to help. If any of you might have some water, that might be able to clear her up just a little bit.
I would laugh so much if they put her in a bucket and she woke up and the one thing she said she never wanted to soak in.
Oh my god. No, actually, Olga, so she has that wrap around her waist. She adjusts it. She pulls it and adjusts it so that she can tuck her into it.
Like a papoose?
Just picks her up and tucks her in. Because that's actually sort of what it has been used for in the past. Well, holding little baby.
Like a little baby papoose?
I don't know what a papoose is, but it is like a pouch.
But yeah, it's like one of those baby carrier pouches.
Okay, yeah, like she just kind of readjusts the tying. Like it's decorative for the most part, but it's also useful for that, for carrying items and for carrying little baby. So she does that, and
now little baby.
And she is also next to Olga's flask in case she needs a sip.
A little sip.
So there.
Oh.
That's cute.
So this is basically...
Willie sees that and it's just like, oh.
This is what a papoose is.
For the rest, she did like set it up like that and like ask her like, would this be okay with you, hun? Like she doesn't want to manhandle her.
Is Puddles fine with this?
Yeah, she nods. She's probably worn out from
Okay.
Griffins.
Okay, she puts her under and pats her on the head.
All right.
It's not on the chest though. It's not on her chest. It's actually on her hip. So
You know, Olga.
Oh, that was...
I'm just laughing. I'm just laughing. Olga, like, you don't want to see my hand where my hip is at. And it's like, oh no, she's gonna pull a weapon. Puts her hand where her hip, pulls out Puddles.
Baby.
Oh.
The pocket cleric.
Okay, I'm just... Ugh, those are a lot of trains. Damn! Can't a wizard do a plane shift spell for 30 seconds?
Toot.
God damn it, can't a polymorphed wizard actually have a fucking circle workout like that? Jesus!
It keeps going.
It just keeps going! Fucking candle keep...
Oh, it's gonna go for a while. You may as well ignore it.
Okay, well, anywho, so... Sorry. I hate those trains. Anyways, so, are you ready to go? Lulu, are you ready to go?
Mhm.
Alright. So, and he leads you into the ceremony room. It is lit by those continual flame spells. You see, So, you walk in, and you see in the center of it sort of a salt spell circle, with little circles around it which seem to have, like, components in it. Some of those components kind of look like herbs, some berries, bones, and of course a little bit of, there's a skull with a red liquid in the middle that you can only assume is blood of some kind. And you see, before you all get into the dead center of the circle, Troxagor sort of makes a quick dash and sort of begins kind of sprinkling the blood from the skull around the circle a little bit. Or inside the circle a little bit. Alright. Alright. And you see Troxagor sort of hop back outside of the circle, sort of clap his hands together. He's like, alright, all of you into the center. This is going to be a big ask for all of you, so... Well, I guess all I can really say that it's been lovely meeting you, and good luck to you all.
Thank you
Oh, but not-
kindly.
Thank you.
Enzo salutes
Really,
like
really
a
looks a little
cowboy.
nervous.
Yeehaw.
Two-finger salute. Yeehaw.
Two-finger salute.
And Puddles takes a nap. Love that for her.
Well, I have an excuse of why she's tired.
Yep.
Because I was thinking the griffins.
Yeah.
It was being in the
Just a
wind.
little sleepy.
And after all, high altitude for
Oh,
a
yeah.
frog.
Well, being in the wind, that dries you out really quick.
Oh, the baby.
She does inform her that the flask can, has liquid in it.
So, as you all are standing in the middle, you see Troxagor begin to wave his hands and symbols as he begins muttering. Muttering in... for those of you who can understand it, he is muttering words in Infernal.
Yep, Olga can understand it.
And what words you can sort of understand, it is... O Asmodeus, grant us this entry. Grant us this entry into your kingdom. Lest these damn, let these damn souls enter your kingdom as they, and yada yada yada,
Let these damn souls in!
Yeah, basically. And you see him just sort of, and once it finishes, you see his mouth sort of make a deep boom sort of noise as a light begins to kind of envelop you in a very harsh and red sort of light, and it begins to fill the entire room. And in what sounds like a big old thunder crash, you all are blinded for about a minute or two, until eventually a hot, stinging air begins to assault your very senses. Underneath your feet, instead of feeling the cold cobblestones of the Tower of Troxagor, instead, you feel the dirt of a city street. The smell of fire burning, of brimstone. And then you see the city street, and then you begin to see what looks to be a city street, lined with buildings that seem to be crumbling, if not completely collapsed. And once you finally get a good view, the ground shudders beneath your feet. In the red smoky sky above, a 400-foot diameter sphere of darkness discharges with strokes of bluish-white lightning that strike the city in an irregular interval. And perched atop the distant bluffs from outside the city, overlooking the rest of it, is a crumbled fortress. Those of you who see this, roll a history check.
Nat 20 history for a total of 21.
Yeah, I got an unnatural 20. I rolled an 18, and my history is 2, so.
A dirty 20.
I got a 16.
So yeah, Willie, Enzo, you know for a fact that you are in Elturel. The plane shift spell didn't immediately send you into Avernus, but you are in it. It's just instead of on the Avernus bottom floor, you're in Elturel. And once your senses begin to kind of finally click in, the sounds in the distance are suddenly becoming clearer as you hear the roaring sounds of battles in the distance and the screaming of civilians all around you.
The sounds of home.
It came out of
Yeah,
nowhere and
very
scared the shit out of
welcoming.
me.
So, yep, you're in the center of Elturel. So that map that, just to give you just a bit of a quick overview area of where you're at, that's Elturel. And you are kind of just a little bit, the characters arrive there. So that's where you are.
Damn.
The foolish little otter couldn't even do a proper plane shift spell.
I mean, we got here.
Oh, you did.
Did we or did we not plane shift?
I suppose the fool did serve his usefulness. But now...
She goes back to ignoring him.
What? Well, now you're just being rude.
And you're being overly dramatic.
I'm a devil. That's kind of what we do.
Is it?
It is, and quite frankly, I think you're being a bit prejudiced.
I'm being prejudiced for calling you out for being overly dramatic, and you're saying it's your race?
Hmm.
Willie's raising an eyebrow. He's just like he's given the shield a look, like,
Huh, that comeback sounded a lot better in my head.
I'm sure it did. She is still in summer. That's why she's being like this.
Huh. It's kind of not surprising that you're mocked a little.
No, we're not gonna gang up on him or anything. Let's just get going where we need to go.
Well, I would suggest that you find a means of getting out of El Terrell, lest you want to be dragged into the river Styx yourself.
And you see his eyes sort of motion a little bit at the pillars in the distance that seem to be the chains of which seem to be the method of dragging down El Terrell.
Wait, is this place sinking?
Into the river Styx as we speak.
What? Does it do this on the regular?
Well, clearly no. This was ripped from your material plane. This is the city that disappeared.
Oh shit! I'm sorry. I spaced on what that was going on. Sorry.
It's okay. But yes, El Terrell is the city that disappeared. You are in the center of the city. And the corrupted blue lightning that you're seeing above, if you looked above, you can even see what seems to be the corrupted second son of that holy companion, clearly corrupted and zapping everyone, essentially. That companion, that old high priesty boy, used to basically sign away the souls of everyone in El Terrell.
Well,
Well, we should. And you see Lulu kind of nervous as she's sort of hearing the fighting and the screaming kind of going off in the distance. Just sort of like, and you see Gargoyle just sort of bleh-ing at Lulu as she's panicking. Well, we have to go to the High Hall. The High Hall. That's the church. We can go there. Maybe there's a way to help everyone there, and
or we could just simply leave this place. There's no point in staying here longer than we need to. We can leave.
If we have time, then I think we should at least try. She looks at the others to see what they think.
I don't exactly feel great about the idea of leaving an entire city to die without even trying.
It is what we came here to do.
Well, you best tread carefully then. For I sense more than just devils here. It seems the forces of the abyss have not completely unnoticed. I've not completely ignored the presence of this city. Demons dwell here as well, and are likely fighting the devil forces here.
oh dear.
Looks like we just need to be on our toes.
So, of the map that you see, you do have a couple of directions to go to. You can either just head towards High Hall, which is going to require you to go over the Tormsblade Bridge, from the looks of it. Or you can go about exploring the other bits of the city if need be. To do as Lulu said, and maybe help out as many of the common folk as you can.
I feel like there's not much we can do to help unless we get a game plan of, like, evacuation for people.
How are we going to evacuate people out of hell?
You can't.
Yeah.
You can't. Lulu is just being hopeful.
I mean, in that case, Enzo might be a little bit hesitant because, like, yeah, we can go try. However, we don't have an exit plan. Like, everyone is still going to be in hell. Where are we gonna put them, guys? Like, where?
So, he did. I'm going to say that with your history checks, Enzo, considering yours was so high, I will give you this hint. You know of High Hall, and High Hall can at least protect the citizens from the devils and demons as they are fighting amongst each other. It's a fortified enough place that might prove to have some amount of safety.
Okay.
That is about the best you can do for the citizens of Elturel at this moment. At least until you're able to free Elturel from being dragged into hell.
Mm-hmm. Then that's what Enzo is going to, like, encourage doing, getting people to High Hall.
So, does the party agree with this?
Willie's gonna think. We could try our best to, run around, get as many people as we can, or we could use word of mouth. I mean, I got a reputation in Baldur's Gate. I bet I could work my charm here, get people through all this panic to start spreading the word to go to High Hall, even if we don't reach them. We find one group of people, tell them, get to other people, get to other people, get to other people. Might help make this go by faster.
I think that's a good idea.
Ooh, I like this idea.
I think this idea is a waste of time.
You think everything's a waste of time.
Yeah, and I think you're over dramatic. Enzo and Willie both immediately just like, fuck you, buddy.
Well, let's all just hope your bleeding hearts don't bleed out.
Like, Willie is immediately just like, but like making fun of him.
Okay, so let's roll, because now I have to roll encounter table. Let's roll that fun encounter table that you have while you're traveling about. Let's see. Oh. Okay. So, by the way, I'm assuming everyone's together, or did you all split up?
I see no reason to split. I think we'd all stay together, yeah?
Yeah, I think we'd stay together. We don't know where we are. Yeah.
Just had to be sure. I didn't want to make an assumption. All right. Okay. So the first one you see. So the first thing that you see, as you're roaming the streets of Elturel, and as you're going about as a group, you do see up ahead you do see the shambling group of what seem to be humanoid figures, but as you look closer to them, or as you're looking closer on them, you see that these 7 humanoid figures are unfortunately they seem to be rather undead in their walking. But Enzo, I want you in particular to roll a perception check. This is one of the custom encounters that I tweaked this a little bit.
Ooh, my perception is a 19 plus 5. Big numbers, 24.
You recognize the ghoul in the front leading them.
Oh, I don't want to recognize that ghoul, I don't think.
Well, unfortunately, that particular ghoul is wearing very familiar robes.
Oh no. Who is it?
Well, it's not who you would assume at first, but you do recognize him as an agent of the Lotus Bloom.
Goody.
You, upon looking closer at his gray features a little bit, you recognize that whatever this thing used to be, it seemed to be one of the more higher-ranking members of the Lotus Bloom. One of the teachers, you think. It is a half-orc man. You knew him as Grunth. He taught the herbal classes at the Lotus Bloom.
Oh man.
So
you go.
So the ghouls have not seemed to notice you yet. They seem to be more preoccupied about just sort of looking at, sort of just shambling in a singular, they're just shambling forward with no particular direction. They haven't quite noticed you as a potential meal.
I think once Enzo kind of like realizes like, shit, it's ghouls. That's probably not good. Shit, it's a Lotus Bloom ghoul. That's really not good. He kind of like hold his arms out to like stop the party from going further and tries to direct everyone down a different path, like not that way.
Olga will take his advice.
Okay, everybody, roll stealth.
Willie's a little curious. Willie's a little curious about why, because but he's just like, okay, he's gonna listen. Oh boy, stealth. Whee! How is my stealth? What do I get in that? Ooh, I get a +2. Oh! Oh no!
Stealth in Olga's pocket.
I got a 15.
23, baby.
Wow.
I got an 8.
Oh, okay.
Uh-oh.
So all of you are able to stealth pretty easily, but unfortunately, of the let's see, with that 8, unfortunately, Willie does make a sound. So let's see.
Willie.
Okay, so 5 of the ghouls notice
Willie,
you.
your cheeks.
So,
Damn it, Willie.
My cheeks are clapping.
so 5 of the ghouls hear that little, they hear your tripping over your feet as they, look over and like.
He's not used to the clunky armor shoes yet.
And the ghouls begin to run towards you.
Damn.
Okay. Oh. Okay. Oh
and
boy.
I will see. I'll have to roll another one to see if. Let's see. Let's roll the probability. Oh no. Yeah, one of them is the lieutenant. One of them is the Lotus Bloom person.
God damn it. Are we running or fighting?
Okay. I feel like Willie's not stupid. Do I have to roll for Willie to notice in his panic, like,
Yep.
that one of these guys is dressed like Enzo?
Yeah.
What would the roll be? What would the roll be?
Insight. Insight with advantage because you know
That one
Enzo.
is actually... Oh, okay. Well, I'll do the second roll just in case it's better. Yay! Okay, so I got a 17.
Yeah, you recognize the robes. You know exactly that whoever this person... You don't know exactly who they are, but you know that this person is a Lotus Bloom monk.
You've seen what Enzo can do. This is one of his teachers.
He may be a weaker teacher, but it's still a Lotus Bloom.
Willie, ooh. Oof. Okay. See, what's funny is Willie's not even thinking about that. Willie's thinking, oh, that's why Enzo didn't want to deal with them. Oh god, I can't hurt this guy. Because he doesn't want to fuck up... He doesn't want to fuck up someone Enzo cares about, even if he's a dead guy. Like, he wants to avoid that if he can. He doesn't want Enzo to see him, like, fuck up a guy who Enzo probably maybe cares about, even if the guy's, like, a zombie.
Dwarf.
Like, he feels bad.
Well,
so he's...
you all better think fast, because those
Oh
5
boy.
ghouls are coming.
Yes, I
Runner fight, either will work.
want to check something.
Sure.
I just need to know runner fight to know where Enzo goes. Because I know exactly where he'll go either way. But he'll kind of, like, gauge the rest of the party if they think running is worth it. Or if they're gonna stay and fight now that they've been caught.
I need to check something. Because I'm thinking Willie's gonna try is, like, just fight as, like, a panic move, but, okay. So...
Sorry, I had to pee real bad. Oh,
I
no,
was
he's
gonna-
fighting.
Olga, what?
I'm gonna say, So, how do I use the tattoo?
The M&Ms are waking me up.
Smiles at you.
Basically like any other spell. Though once you do use it, you will have to wait until dawn to use it again.
Okay. I'm gonna check one last thing, then. Sorry.
It's okay. Know your options.
I have options, and I'm like, I get choice anxiety. It's real.
Sure is.
Okay, 1 second. Da. Okay. If I hypothetical, I had a vial of a liquid and I threw it in front of multiple enemies approaching me at once, would it hit multiple of them?
I'm going to say they are close enough in proximity to each other since they're down a street. So, depending on the roll, it will hit at least a good number of them, yes.
Okay. I don't think I can do throw it immediately, but I can make it. I feel like Willie's gonna be like, okay, what are my options here? You know, and he's thinking very fast, so but he's a toon, he can think of the outlandish option as the first one. So he doesn't think like, oh, I should use a spell slot, with like a spell that can hit multiple targets or anything. You know? He's just thinking, oh, I don't have a weapon that can hit multiple things. So you know how creation bards have, I think it's literally called the Song of Creation?
Mm-hmm.
I want him to make a vial of acid.
Mm. Okay. Okay.
It is within the realm of he can make. So.
Okay. And what do you plan on doing with that vial of acid?
Well, first of all, he makes it on the ground in front of him. Like he's just like, okay, I need a thing that burns. Give me this fucking thing, and it's just forming from like a little inky music note in front of him. There we go, vial of acid on the ground. That unfortunately takes an action, so they probably get closer in the fucking meantime. But now he has a acid and he's ready to throw it.
If it seems like Willie has stopped and is making like a motion towards like doing something that is like for combat, and since Olga seems to be for combat, Enzo will like stand his ground, and actually he will specifically go for the Lotus Bloom ghoul. Like he's going to fight it before any of you even attempt.
Okay. Well, then if that's going to be the case, have you not eaten, honey?
I ate lunch, but it's 7 now.
Okay. Go ahead and get something to eat then. Okay, well, for now, Puddles will be kind of out of commission. For just the moment. Let me see.
She's just taking a nap while we fight, and Olga fucking swings the the sash around violently in combat.
At least she uses a crossbow, so she's not like swinging around or anything. She could do it. She's chopped wood while holding the baby.
I mean like through movement of like moving around trying to fight.
Yeah.
Puddles is just z.
Alright, then in that case, go ahead and roll initiative.
Fun. Do I also roll?
Yes, you all roll initiative.
We all roll
I'll
initiative.
I'll roll mine.
Oh, initiative. I
Initiative.
didn't understand.
So,
Sorry.
it's fine. Ghoul 1. Ghoul 2. Ghoul 3. Ghoul 4.
God, they just keep getting better.
And the Master.
Ha.
Ugh,
Bitch.
My- I got a 4.
Okay.
Oh yeah, wow, God.
Alright. Alright, well. Yeah. Alright, oof. Okay. So I will say.
Yara, I love you so much.
I actually don't mind being late in the thing, but it's funny to be grumpy about it.
No, you're so valid. I'm the same way. I usually prefer to be like middle or later, unless I know exactly what I want to do first round. But then after that, I'm like, I can wait. I don't mind.
Yeah, same.
But it is funny because bless your heart, Olga always fucking rolls low on initiative.
Alright.
She really does.
Well, I'm just going to. For the first 3 ghouls, I'm going to say that they expend their action to just kind of try to rush closer a little bit, since they're 4 and 3 are obviously the closest ones behind. Ghoul 2, on the other hand, since Ghoul 2 is kind of close enough to try to make an attack against Willy, he'll try. So.
Boo-boo-booey.
Hey, lucky you. You have a higher AC now.
High enough that it don't do shit?
Let's see. Yep, high enough for this ghoul. He tries to bite and he misses. So he tries to bite you, but he
Willy's like,
misses. And there you go, Willy. It's your turn.
Oh boy. All right. So now the other 2 are close enough. This one's nearby. This is gonna be a risk if Willy's gonna throw the vial now and like splash it, because then he's technically in the splash zone. So what would I have to roll a certain high amount to not be splashed by the acid?
Yes.
Okay, let's see what Willy does. Whee! Oh no! wait. I have to add because it's a ranged attack, so that means I add the dex modifier, right?
Yeah, since you're throwing it.
Yeah, okay. That's a 16. Probably not great.
That is barely enough to do it. Although you are a hair's bit close to missing. So you feel I will just say that in your
it's
panic.
not a matter of missing. It's a matter of not getting hit amongst everyone else getting hit.
Okay, so go ahead and roll 2d6 acid damage.
Let me get my D6.
That is 7. I rolled a 5 and a 2, so that's 7 damage for all of the boys. All of the boys.
Or at least for ghouls 4,
Is Grunth
3,
in
and-
there, or is it just the first 3?
Let's see. Grunth is the ghoul first and foremost. So, yeah, he would get hit, as well as 2 and 3, but 4 seems to have gotten past it, as well as ghoul 1. So.
Hog, though, 7 damage to all these bitches. That's a little bit of starting damage. Just a little bit.
Yeah. There's 15. 15. 15. This one's still 22. And 22. Alright. Good start. You see the acid that you throw. You throw it at him. It hits ghouls 3, 2, and the Lotus Bloom monk ghoul is, you see it kind of burn their faces a little bit as it sort of seeps into the skin a little bit. So there you go. Enzo, it's your move.
All right, baby. Enzo is going to go straight to Grunth. And he's going to... Hold on one sec.
Sure.
He's going to say, sorry about this, sub-prior. And he'll give him the punchy punch. He's gonna attack with he's gonna do one attack with his quarterstaff, two-handed. And then he'll do an extra attack with his quarterstaff, two-handed. And then he'll do a punch as a bonus action.
Okay. Roll.
Okay, Jesus Christ. All right, baby. So, hold on, let me write these out. Does a 25, a 10, and an 18 hit?
So the first quarterstaff hits, and the third punch hits.
That's what I thought. Now for a damage. How do I calculate damage for a nat 20 again?
It's doubled the damage, I think.
Cool. So then, for that quarterstaff, that is a 16 plus 3. 19. 19 on the quarterstaff. And then for the punch, it is a, what's the math? 6. 25 damage!
So, why don't you just describe how you basically pulverize this thing into dust?
Oh no!
Why don't you just describe it then?
I'm sorry. um. So, I mean, Enzo knows how powerful like a Lotus Bloom monk can be, and especially any of his sub-priors, his mentors and teachers. You know, even Grunth taught the herbalist classes, but like Grunth was still a fucking monk. So he is like sliding in as quick as he can and giving, you know, his old mentor an apology before he just fucking takes him out before he is a danger to his party. Because he knows that is not Grunth. Not anymore. It's sad, and he will process that grief later. Not right now. Right now, he has to get rid of a danger. So he is just like, quick, pow, fucking pow. But then I guess, like, maybe as a ghoul, he doesn't realize how fragile. Like,
Yeah.
maybe like being a ghoul has made them a little more fragile, and he's like, oh, dang. Okay, well, that's handled.
That and whatever knowledge Grunth has as a monk might not be there anymore. You kind of see as you're fighting this thing, as you do the last hit with your punch. You know, because throughout most of this fight, you kind of, you know, Grunth's movement is more just kind of like a shambling ghoul a little bit. So he's obviously not fighting like a monk. He's just fighting like a ghoul.
Mm-hmm.
Except for the last moment.
No.
For the last punch, you see Grunth's hands try to move for a punch. Almost in, you know, open palm sort of monk hit, and he tries to reach out. But then just dies.
Enzo is not smiling. He's not happy. He's
But you see him
very
sort of
stone-faced.
Drop.
This isn't an old man.
This isn't an old man. I didn't want to kill this old man.
But you see the ghoul drop to its knees as they do one last head sort of tilt up to you. He's obviously not. You can almost sort of tell. He obviously can't express it like with his mouth or anything, but you kind of see, you know, that look in the eyes of like the look in the eyes of like a thank you.
Oh, Enzo looks down and like, you know, does the monk thing where you put your fist in an open hand, kind of bow, like that stereotypical one. Yep. Whatever would be common for Lotus Blooms in addressing their sub-priors, their teachers.
Yep.
Like, quickly before the next round of combat.
Well, yeah. Well, I can just say you don't necessarily do the full bow, but you know, you could probably just say it says something to the degree of whatever Lotus Bloomy way of saying, "May you find peace."
Yeah, that kind of thing.
Yep. But yep, Grunth is down. He is dead. Why, yes, phone, I do hear you. But you're not important right now. Anywho, The next one is... Well, it was the Grunt Ghoul, but he's gone. Olga.
Oh shit, you're never gonna guess what I, a warlock, am about to do.
You could surprise me.
Eldritch Blast.
Hmm.
I know. Very out of left field.
I know.
Where's my... Oh yeah, I have to... sorry, hang on.
It's okay.
Damn it! I got an 11. In an attempt to keep baby Seep, she whiff. Oh
Yeah,
no.
You whiffed. Oh, yep, you try to attack one of the ghouls, and it whiffed. Yep.
I whiffed.
You...
I literally rolled a 2.
Yeah.
But I, went up to 11, so...
Oh, god damn it.
I'm so bad at, I have such a good stat for this, but I can't hit shit because my dice hate me.
Your dice... Use different dice, Jesus.
No.
Why do you use
I will never.
Why do you use the asshole dice?
Because I'm not, what's the word? Superstitious.
Okay. So Ghoul 1 tries to attack. Ghoul 1 is gonna try to attack for Olga. He's gonna try to do a bite attack. No, he's not. Because he missed. Woof. So, yep, he tries to bite you. But, he swung and a miss.
Stay down.
Swung and a miss. Alright, let's go with the other ghouls. Okay, let's do this in rapid fire succession, because... Okay, let's do this in rapid fire succession, because I don't want to dwell on this for too long. Okay, Ghoul 4. It's gonna try to attack Willy. Let's look at Willy's... Where is Willy? Where is the good Willy? There's Olga's. But where is Willy? Alright, let's roll further. Let's see. Ghoul number 4 is going to try to attack Willy. He rolled a nat 1. Okay. Well, so now, okay, so I guess that means attacks on that ghoul have advantage, because now he is knocked prone, because he fell over. Okay, that was embarrassing.
Hot.
Ghoul number 3. Ghoul number 3 actually did hit. Okay.
Alright.
So let's see.
Sucks for him.
Sucks for him. Let's see. Where it is. Let's roll for... Six damage. So that ghoul went in and went for a bite. And he certainly got a bite.
Ouchie.
Ghoul number 2 is gonna try to go for Enzo. Big quote, try.
Try me, bitch.
Big air quotes on try. Alright. He sure didn't. So that one tries to bite, and that one sure didn't.
Enzo just steps one step to the left.
Just... Alright, Willy. Go, my good Willie.
So, let me see. I think I know what I want to do because.
Actually, wait.
Yeah, okay.
By the way, shouldn't your
Uba? Uba Bubba?
studded leather armor have more than 12? You have studded leather armor.
Oh, shoot, am I stupid? I forget.
Because it couldn't be just.
Oh, I think I forgot to add to my armor class. Oopsie doodle. Hold on a moment. I'm gonna check something on 5e tools so I can write down what my actual armor class should be. Whoopsie.
Because you forgot to add your dex modifier. And your dex modifier.
Ah, okay.
I was gonna say you should have more than 12.
2, so it should be 14.
Yes.
So it should be 14.
Yeah, you should be not all that much in comparison to. You're not that far behind from Enzo.
Very poggers.
Alright, so just remember
cool.
that. So, okay. Well, we'll just say that Ghoul got
I've written it down.
Anyways, go on.
Yeah. So the one that just took a big old bitey is right nearby.
Number 3.
Can I swing my big fat fucking sword?
You get to introduce your
Please?
big fat fucking sword? Sure.
I want to pull out my big fat fucking sword.
Whip out your sword.
Willie whips out his sword. And I would like to two-handed swing at this motherfucker.
Okay. Swing.
So that's a strength plus the attack bonus for the roll to hit, right?
Yeah.
That's a 22.
Oh. Okay, so that's double damage. Go on ahead. Roll your damage.
Okay, let me find my D10 because it's a D10 twice. Okay. Is it 2 D10s then, or is it
Yeah.
Well, it's double damage, so I roll it once and then okay.
You roll it once and double it.
Oi. So that is a 9 plus 4 is 13. 13 times 2 is 26.
Cool, why don't you describe how you just killed this thing then?
Willie two-handed has his big fat fucking longsword, and he doesn't realize its strength yet. He's not used to using a big sword. Like, he's used smaller swords. He's trained with them. He wasn't exactly perfect, but he's swallowed a sword once or twice. So he swings it, and he forgets that it's like, oh, this is a bigger boy. And he swings it with such force that it just fucking slices, like, the guy in half. Just cuts clean through because of how strong he just fucking... And he's like, oh! Like, he's surprised. He's like, ow! Wow! Oh! And he's like, he sees the poor fucking thing on the ground dying, and he's like, oh! Oh! Should I be sorry? Ooh.
Okay. Okay, just while Willie messes with the puddle that he just made. And I ain't talking about the frog either. Alright, Enzo.
Don't worry, they're probably tormented as they are, and you're releasing it.
Can confirm.
Can confirm.
Thank you!
So, push his fingers together.
Just do it. Just do it.
Okay, hold on.
Just make your ghoul pudding.
Okay.
Gooding.
Ahihi, ahuhu, ahuhi, ahuhi.
I don't make pudding. Maybe I don't. It depends on how low the AC is for these things. I probably don't make pudding. Hold on.
Depending on which goal you hit, you might. Because one.
Well, which one is closest to me?
It's the one that tried to bite you. So 2.
So yeah, that one. Yeah, I don't think I make pudding. I think I only get 1 hit on the.
Hey guys, I want you to check out this game called Galahad 3093. Galahad 3093 is a mech-based hero shooter set in the...
Is there AC that low, Durham?
Let's see. Oh, is that? Oh, yeah, you just did. Sorry. I got distracted with the wall of numbers and I forgot that. No, those are new numbers. Okay.
I'm sorry.
Those are new numbers. Okay, so the first one definitely hits. Second one and third do not.
Okay, that's what I thought.
Yeah.
That's 9 damage.
Oof, that is still a chunk. So, that's 9 damage, you said?
Yeah.
Yeah, you basically kind of lopped this. You just kind of lopped into this thing. You took out a chunk of it, but it's still, it's kind of missing half of its stomach and a little bit of its jaw, but it's still kind of shambling forward a little bit. Okay.
I tried to pull my punches a little bit.
Olga, your turn.
Poor things.
Please let me hit you.
Well, let's see if you hit it.
Oh God!
I stand number 2 perfectly still to hold him in place for Olga.
Does a 22 hit?
Yeah, which one are you hitting? Goal number 2?
The one Enzo got.
Okay, so yes, it hits. Roll for damage.
Oh God! Finally.
I swear, if the damage is this, and then I roll a 1.
Nope, I rolled a 9.
So cool, you eviscerated this thing.
Yes.
You want to describe how you kill it?
I point my crossbow at it, and I go, and I do the even though it is not a gun, nor do I have a bolt in it, and it goes blammo, and it shoots out the Eldritch Blast, and it hits it. And I miss Enzo because I'm awesome.
You're so awesome!
Yeah!
That was embarrassing.
She's ignoring him.
Okay.
Like, she has no idea why he would say that's embarrassing.
No, he was mostly saying embarrassing with the ch-ch noises.
Whatever. Well, I mean, she did the motion.
Oh.
He's just mad that he doesn't get to kill anything.
Yeah, he's just jealous.
Okay, well, let's see if that cockiness follows you through when ghoul number 1 tries to take a bite out of you.
Ooh, don't bite too hard, Daddy.
Well, he...
I'm gonna kill
No,
you.
she's not spring form. She can't be like that.
Oh, 20 hit. Does a 20 hit you?
It absolutely does.
Ooh. Then, yep, that is 2d6, but double. So yeah, you got cocky.
Wait.
That's 2d6 plus 2 for his bite.
Okay. I mean, I don't know why I was being cocky. I was just ignoring my fucking shield. But whatever.
Oh wait, actually wait. Gargunth is a shield. How much AC
No,
does How much AC does Gargunth give you?
you said he adds 2, so my armor class was 15 total, so that still hit. I was taking that into account.
Okay, cool. I just wanted to be sure. I didn't want to accidentally hit you for no reason. So it's 20 damage. That bite was deep.
Wait, 20? Why did it double?
Oh, because he rolled a 20. He got a crit.
Oh, okay.
The ghoul got a crit on you.
I see. All right.
So yeah.
Oh wait. So it got a crit. So
it's double, right?
Yeah. So, but it's double and then +2.
Okay.
So it's 18 damage.
Okay.
Me holding Olga close to my heart.
So 18 damage.
Okay.
So yep, that ghoul comes in, bites down hard onto your shoulder. Okay, now going off to ghoul number 4. He's the only one. He's going to try to attack for Willy. 18 hits. Okay, well, 9 damage. That's another bite.
Wait, she bit me again?
No, not you, Willy.
Ah.
Okay, Willy, it's your turn.
Great, love that. I love dying and being dead. Hey, the one that just bit me? Yeah, I'm gonna go for round 2 on swinging the big sword.
Swing the big sword, baby. I will say that since this one attacked you, because I forgot one of these is prone, so that means you do have advantage on number 4 after it bit you, presumably in the ankle.
Fucker. It bit through my ankle armor, my boots, my little armor boots.
Yep.
Okay, so that's so again, it's the roll plus the attack bonus, right?
Yep. Mm-hmm. And remember, if you're doing the sword again, your sword is a
I rolled a 16, but the attack bonus is +5, so that's 21.
So it hits.
21?
Yep.
I get to roll the damage. That's just 10 damage. That's solid 10, because I rolled a 6 + 4, so that's 10.
So that slicks him down a little bit, snicker snack, as he's trying to bite into your leg, you just basically kind of just...
I appreciate the snicker snack.
No, but you basically kind of just take hold your sword with both your hands and just sort of stab down. Just sort of like, get the hell away! As you stab in and just sort of push him right off, essentially. You literally just kind of drag the ghoul off. As you're kind of sticking him like the end of a shish kebab. Alright. Speaking of things that just seem... anyways, I can't think of a good segue. Anyways, Enzo, go ahead and just describe how you obliterate this thing then.
Enzo just gives it a good 1-2 punch.
Go ahead and describe how you obliterate this thing then.
I mean...
okay. Let's see if you actually do.
Okay, yeah. I will roll, hold on.
I only say this in endearment, hun. I don't say this as like...
I didn't know if you were saying it like, okay, it has 1 fucking hit point, just do it.
No, I say this out of endearment, hun. They're ghouls. They're supposed to be pushovers.
So...
Although the ghouls seem to be doing their damage, I guess.
So what if these is a nat 20? Hold on. Let me put my math together for you.
Let me put my math together for you. My math together for you as I just obliterate this thing into dust. And then Zariel herself swoops down and... and then I summon zombie T-Rex.
Okay, so Durham, do any of those hit?
Jesus Christ. Okay. Do I...
Does it have more than 3 hit points?
Yes. Then you okay, then statistically you...
Okay, well, does it have more than 4, I guess, because that would be the absolute... No, actually, because everything gets a +3, except for the punch gets a +4, so yeah, okay.
Yeah. Alright, so yeah, you just kind of go in...
Jervis, I'm so sorry.
Touch it with a finger. Viscera explodes! You caused ghoul number 4 to explode.
Every time Enzo is trying to like pull his punches a little because he's like, they're weak. I don't need to go all out like I thought I did. It's fine. And then he just constantly is like, boom, 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 blah.
Just... So 4 is affirmatively just... Not... Yes. Yes, he is... just everywhere. He is everywhere! He is... Oh, so you do know JoJo. I know... Okay, they're at least familiar with the joke. That's about it. We'll get you caught up to JoJo one of these days. Yeah, it is. It is. I forget what muda is supposed to mean. Because I know it's Japanese, and it's supposed to mean something. I think it's supposed to mean something along the lines of worthless or something. Which would make sense for Dio. But... speaking of things approaching someone... that was a terrible segue. But anyways, Olga. You're next.
Oh, there's still something for me to kill?
There is one ghoul.
I hold the other ghoul in place for Olga.
Was it? Wait, is the one that's left the one who bit me?
Yep, that's the one that bit you.
So wait, is it still biting me, maybe?
Yeah. Its teeth are still in. It hasn't been removed.
She shoves her weapon directly against its head.
Oh.
I'm
Okay.
sure it would suck if you missed that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Hit with advantage. I swear if Yoru misses with advantage.
Oh, with advantage. Okay, thank God, because... Are you fucking kidding me?
What?
What you roll, honey?
Both times I rolled the exact same thing, and it was a 12.
That's still good. What?
Okay,
What do you get to add to it?
What do you get to add to it?
No, that's with me adding to it.
And that hits it on its AC. That's right on the AC.
Oh my God! Thank God!
It's on, and it's a ghoul, so you're lucky that it's a ghoul and its AC is garbage. Okay, so
7 damage.
Okay, so yeah, you get it. You hit it enough for it to back off. And you do hit into it.
She hisses, that hurt.
And the ghoul just kind of does a ghoul grumble. Because it's a ghoul. Anyways, back to Willie.
Motherfucker.
Anyways, to Willie.
Hi.
What does Willie do with the last remaining ghoul?
I think I'm gonna stab it.
Go ahead and stab it.
That's a
Give
14.
it one too.
Okay, that does it. That hits it, so go ahead and roll for damage.
Yay, damage. Let me. Oh, that's 14 damage because I rolled a 10 plus 4. Yeah, 14 damage.
I wonder if that kills it.
No, it is hanging on by a thread. By a single thread, one could say.
I wonder if maybe Enzo will be.
Billy is looking at it like, holy moly, this dude's a trooper.
Like, it is like, it's got a single hand all curled up like a spider, just sort of like half of it's missing, and like it's sort of just gimping on a leg. You know what? Fuck it. And coup de grace, just coup de grace this thing. It's down to 1. Just coup de grace. Just do it, Enzo.
I wish Puddles could snipe it from the pocket.
Do you want to do that?
Let Puddles do it.
No.
I want that.
Let Puddles do it. Just take an arrow. Just. She's like, oh.
Puddles like, you guys are so loud. I'm trying to sleep.
No, she's like, in like
Word of
grumpy
Radiance is
bags
my
under her
captain,
eyes.
right?
She just pulls out an arrow and just. She's like, you woke me up from my nap!
Word of Radiance is an attack thing, right?
Huh?
Word of Radiance is an attack thing, I think.
Yeah. So are you wanting to... You also have literally destroy undead.
She does. Can she do that?
Yes. That does cost you a channel divinity, though. So you would equally be okay just pulling out your bow and just...
Well, it has 1 hit point, right?
Yeah.
So Word of Radiance is an attack.
Oh.
It's
Okay.
a cantrip.
Oh, okay, then yeah, never mind. Just do that.
Yeah.
Word Radiance. Roll it.
The word is... Be quiet!
Okay, how much damage does... Word of Radiance... I should hope it does more... You know what? Fuck it, whatever. It's gonna do more than 1. It's 1d6. Yeah, it's 1d6. You're gonna hit it.
1d6.
Yeah, 1d6 radiant damage. You're gonna hit it.
I got 2.
So, yeah, you basically just scream at this thing to shut up. Actually, no, you're level 5, aren't you?
I am.
That means you get 2d6.
Oh, okay. 5 plus 2. 7.
Yeah, so with holy damage, you just sort of pop out of the little hip papoose that Olga has and just say, be quiet! And just... You explode it with radiant damage.
Good.
That's how it ends. Just be quiet! Okay. So now that that's over, the only ghoul that you see that is intact is Grunth's ghoul. The Grunth ghoul is about the only ghoul that is attached. Or that is still, like, in one piece. So in this... So I guess you have a choice to make here, I guess.
Uh-oh.
His armor is still very much intact, as well as the pack as well as the little pack that's still attached to his hip. you are free to take from him if that's something you want.
I think that Enzo would, because I'm a rogue at heart and I want to loot everything, but also because the Lotus Bloom monks would understand, and this would probably be like a common thing. Like, if someone dies, they're not. The person is not attached to material objects. If those items can be taken and used by other monks in order to, you know, assist their journey going forward, that is absolutely what they would want. If Enzo were to die, he expects all of you to loot his fucking corpse to the bone.
Okay. So, unless anyone objects or wants to contest this with Enzo, we can go ahead and just have Enzo take from Grunt's body.
Yeah, I think he will like pause for a second. He'll, do a prayer. He's not immediately going for everything, but like it is quick, and I don't think he explains it to anyone else. A very automatic thing where he does his quick prayer, and then he'll take.
So upon his body, you do find that he is wearing +1 studded armor. It is of the armor of your teachers, and as you hold the studded armor in your hands, it does faintly smell of his herbs. Even in a plane like this, it still faintly smells of the herbs he would use to make.
Oh, wow.
You look through his belt, and aside from the explorer's pack that he has, you do find attached to his belt a vial with the liquid in it. A vial that he has, that he always labeled as, or that he is clearly labeled as, quote-unquote, just in case. If you want to make an Arcana check to see what that is, go on ahead.
I can guess, but I will make that. 11. I wonder what it is, Drinks.
Well, I'll say you knew this master enough to know his thing. Well, he always did kind of make jokes that he always had a little bit of something to skip out of meetings when he didn't want to be, quote, seen.
Oh, wait, Squints.
And you went, oh. So that's how he was able to skip out of teachers' meetings. Yeah, it's a potion of invisibility.
Me sitting here thinking it's a cyanide pill. That's just in case. I was like, oh, damn, he must have really fucking hated meetings.
No, it's not a cyanide pill.
Okay.
No,
I'd do it.
It's for a meat. Jesus.
It's a vial of just in case.
It's a vial of just in case. It's just. Well, you're the one that assumed it was just in case just in case I'm at death's door.
Yeah! It's a monk. It's an assassin monk.
But also, why would he label his cyanide pills just in case?
Just in case.
I mean, all cyanide pills are just in case, am I right?
You are horrible.
I'm sorry.
Okay. So, are you all good, or are you wanting to continue on towards, to High Hall? haul ass to high hall.
I'm good to haul ass to high hall. I will say that Enzo doesn't like put on the armor or anything. He will put that away for now.
Okay. So you respectfully and gently
Yeah.
fold up the clothes as, as you would and put it in your pack. And you take a moment to sort of just kind of pleasantly remember the herbal smell on the clothes. To sort of remember your master by.
Yeah. And then I think, again, he doesn't really explain. He's just gonna say, all right, let's go. And then if someone asks, they ask. But if they don't, he's just gonna keep going like nothing happened.
Olga's gonna give him a pat on the shoulder, but not bring it up or anything, you know? We got shit to do.
He feels that, and like he looks down at her, and at first he's still kind of like serious stone face. It's a very not Enzo face, but when he does meet her eyes, he kind of automatically smiles softly at her, like, yeah, like, it's okay, I'm good.
She smiles back in that motherly way. That way only a mother can smile.
Let's haul ass to high hall.
So, I mean...
Yeehaw, let's go!
As you all continue on, Lulu makes sure to sort of stop by the corpses and, she sort of closes her eyes and sort of lets her head drop a little bit as if she's sort of, she's gives a little bit of a silent prayer of her own before then following the rest of you.
I swear this is Puddle's long lost sister.
Yeah, that's why I said Puddles love Lulu.
Yeah, I can't wait till I feel better and can actually play an interaction with her properly.
Well, hey, this Holophant is Puddles sized.
She is. I noticed that.
Puddles could ride the Holophant.
I don't think Puddles would think to do that, though.
Well, or at the very least, Puddles is too polite to do that.
Yeah.
Though, I mean, hey, Holophant philosophy. You gotta ask.
I think she would have to suggest it.
So anyways, rolled into the next one. As you're going through the last alleyway, and you do see High Hall in the distance. Before you continue forward, you do hear a commotion in the alley, in one of the other connecting alleys. Like in between the buildings, you hear a conversation. And one of them is just sort of like, "Oh, I don't know if I should take. I don't know if I should take this. This is the only way you'll survive. I'm merely offering you an opportunity."
Oh, Olga's rolling up her sleeves and going over there.
And so Olga's going. Okay, so Olga.
Yeah.
The first thing you see an imp perched atop a barrel. And he's looking down at a trembling, walking potted plant with little half or cut pie eyes, essentially. You know the ones I'm talking about. And he clearly has the white gloves, so it's pretty obvious that this is a tune kind that's shaped like a flower.
Oh. I will admit, she's a little thrown off by that, because she was, I don't know, she was expecting, I don't know what she was expecting, but she shakes that off and she's like, "Now go on get!" at the imp.
What? What? Wow. Hi, stay out of our business, elf.
She throws a rock at him.
Ow!
I said yeah.
Can Willie come over?
Sure.
I think Willie's gonna see that another tune's involved and have that kind of protective, like, hey, we gotta stick together instinct. So he's like, hey! Yeah, listen to the lady, get out of here!
Fine then. Then this one's family will starve then. What? Well, but I didn't want that. I could just. But So you're considering my offer?
She throws another rock.
Ow! Stop throwing that!
I know bad business when I see it. You go on, get it. Don't you listen to him.
I'll admit, that was kind of funny. Good throw.
Thank you.
So the imp, let's see what the imp does.
She's ready to throw down too, for the record. The rocks are warnings.
So the imp merely just sort of like, he flicks his wrist and conjures up a contract. In these times, sometimes we must do things that are unheard of for the betterment of our groups, perhaps. Sure, these ones may get rid of me. They may even kill me. But that won't put.
She throws another rock.
Ow!
That's the last rock I'm throwing before I throw bolts.
But they are merely.
She pulls out her crossbow.
Ah, stop it!
No, she hasn't
Yeah,
shot yet.
Willie's walking
She's
over
pulling
with
it
the
out and
sword.
she's pointing it. If he continues, she's shooting.
Yeah, Willie's readying his sword. Willie's just like, alright. I don't like fear and extortion. This is
Good,
gone
he's a
long
little-
enough.
little imp.
Buddy, listen, you gotta work on your customer service here.
And you hear the tune just sort of. The tune does look over at the parchment. Well, maybe if I just. It wouldn't hurt.
You serious?
My family is starving and we've been here for months. I
Well,
can't.
we're new people here, and we're gonna help fix this.
I can't let them go hungry. I can't go back
I
and
don't
come
know.
home with
Does
nothing.
that look like a guy who would actually make sure your family was safe, or does that look like a guy who would take advantage of your naivety?
Is Olga the close enough to see the contract, perhaps?
I guess.
Okay. Would she bother to look at it?
Yeah, you know what? She's gonna come over and she's like, you know what? If you're gonna sign it, then you may as well read it. So she does that.
Well, no, that wasn't meant for. So
You should never sign a contract you never read. And anybody who tries to force you to is obviously up to no good. It's something they don't want you to read.
roll an investigation check.
Just to investigate to read?
It is a devil's contract.
Those things have
Oh, that's fair. She's gonna read it out loud, too. I guess there's a lot of wording, huh? So she's gonna try and read it quickly, but...
Yep. So go ahead and roll that investigation check.
Where the heck is... Oh, okay. I rolled a 19.
Oh yeah, and you're able to. So, yeah, it does have a lot of lawyer speak. Like, herein the party thereof has hereupon agreed to therefore, and so on and so forth. It's a lot of convoluted legalese. But once you penetrate through all the legalese, you realize that, yeah, by signing this contract, not only would he sell his own soul, but he'd sell the souls of his family as well.
Aha! She points that part out to the tune
What?
and explains. This is what you're signing over. You're signing over the souls of you and your family.
What? Hey, wait a minute. And he looks it over himself. Yeah. Wait, that wasn't a part of the deal. I was willing, but the imp is sweating. Oh,
God, this guy.
Oh, god damn it! And I thought that contract was. I thought I wrote that contract confusingly enough that no one would penetrate it. Yep, gotta go! And
Willie's just rolling his eyes.
So he immediately poofs invisible and runs off. But not before something slips from his person and drops on top of the barrel. It is a small black coin.
Olga will pick it up.
Hold on. This is a special coin. Okay, not the guard. Okay. Then what's her constitution? Okay. Because. Where's Olga's sheet? What's her con? Alright, so she can. Well, so you pick up the coin. And for the record, let me just show you what the coin actually looks like up close. So upon picking up this coin, which is one of these bad boys,
Ooh.
it is a very heavy coin. The heaviest coin you've ever felt in your life. Like, this is super heavy. You'd have to, if you want to find out more about what this particular coin is, you'd have to make an Arcana check.
My Arcana fucking sucks, but I rolled good for investigation, which also sucks.
Otherwise, you'd.
Oh!
What'd she roll?
I rolled a nat 20. Oh, so now I'm really good.
So let's see. What was it? Olga's husband Cecil was his name, or Cyrus? Cyrus. That's his name.
I think it would. Hang on, I have it written down. It was Cyrus.
Yeah. So your husband, Cyrus, told you stories of these coins. These coins that exist in Avernus and that are carried by fiends. So when a devil comes to collect, he places the souls of those he has collected from. They place the souls that they have collected from into these coins. This is a soul coin. The currency of Avernus.
Ooh. That little imp dropped this a soul coin. These are unpleasant. She will let the others see it. and she will explain to them, and especially the little tune, what that coin is, and yeah, you probably would have become one of these. Your family wouldn't have starved as currency. I think that's what he was going for.
Oh, that thing is. Oh, that thing is uncomfortable to hold. I don't know how you can do it, lady.
Well, sometimes sometimes you come across unpleasant things in life.
Okay, time for me to do an unpleasant thing. Since you're holding it, Olga.
Oh God.
So
Oh no.
it is a soul coin.
Shoot me.
So it's not as loud, but as you're holding the coin, you do hear faint crying coming from the coin. It's the coin of a very young man, or it's the crying of a very young man.
Hmm.
My immediate thought, throw it like a Beyblade to get him out.
Would she know? Like, Cyrus would have told her about these. Like, are they breakable and stuff, or?
Let's see. Yes,
No.
they are. Uh, they are breakable. Let's see. But it's incredibly difficult to do.
Okay, I think actually she's not gonna throw it. She's gonna give it a squeeze and like send good vibes to it, and then just kind of put it away for now, because she knows we're in a place that sucks, that clearly uses these, and unfortunately they may need it.
Yep. The crying that you felt from the thing begins to kind of subside a bit. But you do feel the literal heavy weight of its guilt in your hands.
I'm happy Puddles is.
Oh yeah, she does.
I don't know what's gonna happen when she wakes up.
Don't worry about it, Puddles. Don't worry. I'm the one holding the guilt.
Well, jeez. But I sure do thank you. I sure do thank you for saving me and all. I really don't got much, and I really. Oh. I guess I should thank you for saving me from the imp, but now I don't really know what to do for feeding or anything. I just came here as a visitor here.
Yeah, unfortunately, shit went awry.
Well, yes, very, very quite simply. Oh, do you all know is a place that I could maybe bring my family to?
Didn't you mention
The
High Hall.
The High Hall is where we're trying to get everybody to go. Yeah.
Yeah. She'll
Willie,
insist,
Willie,
but...
Willie, ooh, yeah. I feel like Willie would step up like, "Hi, Hall, but if you want to make it up to us that we helped you out here, before you head there, could you just find as many people as you can on the way, tell them to spread the word, and them to spread the word, etc., get people to High Hall as fast as they can get there?"
Oh, well, yeah. I mean, I think I could if I... Oh, wait a minute. I think I got just kind of the thing. And he digs into his pot. Into the dirt of his pot as he's sort of just digging in. In fact, his hand is going way deeper than the pot would suggest the depth. It's a hammer space pot, essentially. And he pulls out this megaphone that has, like, teeth around the opening of its mouth. Like, big, circular cartoon teeth and a tongue sticking out of it. I'll be able to get the message around with this thing. Hopefully it still works. But, yeah. With this screamer, I should be able to get the noise around. Oh, I probably should be really careful with the patrols of those creepy goat people demons and everything. But I guess I should say this is a last resort. Oh, oh, Peggy always did say I was a bit of a wreck. Anyways, thank yous. I'll be sure as to at least get my wife and my kids there first, nice and safe. I owe yous. And he
Good luck, buddy.
and with a squeaky run, as in his shoes literally squeaky, just squeaks. He just sort of just
Love him.
sort of walks away. And with that satisfaction of having saved a family from certain doom, we'll go ahead and call that a night, as the next stop will be High Hall.
Yeah.
Olga through rocks.
I love Olga so much.